on socks. Hey buddy. A little bit of a different video today. It's the end of the year, so I thought it might be fun to do a Q&A style video. I asked you all to send in your questions, and in this video, I'll be answering them. I haven't prepared anything. I won't be reading off of a script. I would love to just answer your questions in real time and answer them as transparently and authentically as I can. Let's get into it. All right, and before we get into the first question, I just want to thank all of you for sending in your questions. I found myself happily surprised and impressed not only with the volume of questions, but with the quality of the questions as well. You all sent in very smart and thoughtful questions, which is awesome. It makes this fun for me, and I love to connect with other people who are passionate about writing, so it is nice to feel like I'm part of a community of like-minded people. So thank you for that, and let's get right into the first question. So this first batch of questions comes from my email list. If you would like to sign up to take part in these types of videos in the future, you can do so by subscribing to my online store in the description below, or if you've ever purchased any of my products, even free ones, you'll be automatically added as well. Okay, and the first question. How long have you been writing for? And if you were to start writing for the first time today, what platform would you choose? So I have been writing online since 2017. I started with a WordPress blog and then created an account on Fiverr, which I charge $5 per 500 words. And then eventually I found Medium, and until today I've tried pretty much every major writing platform there is. If I were to start today, I would start on Medium because I believe it's the best place for writers to learn, grow, and develop as writers amongst a group of like-minded people, because a lot of the readers on Medium are also writers. In addition, it gives you a great idea of how much your words are actually worth. And you write on a platform like Medium, where attention is the currency. It teaches you how much time people are actually spending reading your articles, which ultimately outlines how much they are worth and how much you can charge for them if you choose to go down the route of freelancing. With that said, I am a big advocate of exploring your curiosities. So just because I like Medium does not mean you will. And if you're interested in anything, what I would do is allot some time just to exploring that, because who knows, maybe you'll enjoy writing on Twitter or LinkedIn, even Pinterest. You can use a basis of writing on YouTube, even TikTok. There's endless possibilities for writing, being that words are still the primary means of communications amongst humans. So I like Medium. If I were to start today, I would choose Medium, but that's not to say that that's the right answer, and the best advice I can give is just to explore, see how it works for you. Okay, this next question is specific to Medium. So after the recent changes on Medium, how much do you think one should write to get boosted? I saw very successful writers doing just what they always did, ignoring the boost. We talked with losing my voice and getting just one boost. I totally relate to this because honestly, I never liked the boost. And since Medium has reintroduced read time into their algorithm, meaning that how long people read your stories for will dictate the value in the eyes of the algorithm of your article and how many other people it should be presented to, I have no longer put emphasis onto getting boosted. From August to October, the boost seemed like the only way to make money. They put too much emphasis on the boost, which they have since adjusted. So now the success of your story will be reliant on engagement, including read time, meaning as long as you can write articles that people want to read, you'll have success. And in the last month or so, I've had lots of articles that did not get boosted perform very well. I'll put some examples up here. So I would say if you feel like you have to edit yourself or adjust your voice just to get boosted, I wouldn't bother. You can still find success without getting boosted. With that said, can be helpful, especially if you're just starting out and need those initial views. I have another video on how to get boosted and what you need to get boosted. Okay, next question. If you were over 70 on a platform that caters to 25 to 34, what angle would you write from? What type of articles and experiences and in what tone would be helpful to you? A very smart question because the demographic on Medium is largely 25 to 34-year-olds. So if you're older than that, it might be hard to understand what they are interested in. Trying to buy myself some time to think. One of the positives about social media is that algorithms will push you information they think you're interested in. So if you're not in the age demographic of the readers on Medium, I would get yourself into an algorithm that will push you some of the topics those age ranges might be interested in. So I'm within that age range, so let me think of what that age range is into health and wellness, mindfulness, anything related to mental health, productivity, entrepreneurship are big because it's so hard to live and save money. Travel's big. What else? Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. So what I would do is, I don't know if you're on YouTube or TikTok or Pinterest or anything, but if you show interest in any of those initial topics, let's say health and wellness or health and fitness, and you engage with that content, the algorithm will start to push you more of it and slowly expand your reach to other areas and sub-niches that those audience members would also be interested in. So if you do that, you can kind of put yourself in a younger algorithm to see and learn what people are interested in. Okay, next question. How are you going to celebrate this Christmas? Nice. I'm just going to celebrate with family. We're going to have a dinner. We might go to a show. If there is one on Christmas Day, there probably won't be. Christmas Eve, we might watch a movie. Very, very chill. Low key, eat some food, relax. That's it, yeah. Reggie, please. Here, I'll pet you. Come here, I'll pet you. I'd like to know about you and your family, married, kids, where do you live, etc. So, I live in a suburb just outside of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, 20 minutes outside the downtown area. And I am not married, no kids, and actually I am considering moving very soon just because it's so expensive to live here. I find myself constantly concerned about money and would like to enjoy life a little bit more without always having to worry about where or how I will be earning money. Or ideally, this channel as well as all of my blogs will blow up and then I can stay here because I do love it here. How do you put together digital products that you sell on Gumroad? Do you use past content? How do you decide on a price point? Have you read? Awesome, great question. So, in terms of the products I sell on Gumroad, I'm obviously at the beginning stages of my online store. You can see the majority of my products are free, and that is because I have been focusing on growing my email list and my pool of people who are interested in things I make, and also understanding what I want to make and how I can offer value. So my strategy so far has been kind of to make anything I'm interested in. So I started out with a journaling guide. I have a little ebook on how to perform introspection, then my structure for writing profitable articles, and just anything else I'm interested in. I think I have about 10 products as of now, and that's helped me understand what I like to make, because that's super important for me. Is if I don't like what I'm doing, I just won't do it, as much as there might be a monetary reward for it. I just won't do it. It's just kind of how I'm wired. I don't like to do things just for money, and honestly my brain just won't let me. So I started off with that, and then now I've started to introduce some paid products. So in terms of a price point, this is just my personal strategy, but I've kind of aimed for a mid-tier price point. For years I wanted to write a book. I thought a book is perfect. It's around $20. It's not something huge that I have to market for. I can add a link, and if people like what I am making, they will buy it. So I do have a product. It's a custom Notion workspace. It's the exact one I use to organize all of my content, as well as some tips on how to make money writing online. And that costs $20. I kind of like having products around that range because people may purchase them on a whim. It's not a huge investment. The higher price point products, such as an online course or an in-depth guide, those are objectively more profitable. The only two downsides I find are, for those higher price point products, you have to put a lot of time, effort, and energy into marketing them. What I've seen happen to a lot of creators is they make a course, and then they have to spend a lot of time, energy, effort to market it. Because you're asking for such a high investment, then the marketing side of their business becomes their whole business, and they lose track of the content they're making in the first place. It's kind of a common balance of artist versus algorithm. And for me personally, I want the majority of my time to be spent on things I'm interested in and not marketing something that I've made just to make money. Also, why I haven't decided to make a course is because the platforms I make content on, like primarily Medium would be the one I could make a course on, their algorithms and best practices change so often that my fear would be I would make a course and then I would be selling it, spending a lot of my time making landing pages and explaining the value of it, and then a lot of the information in the course would become outdated, in which case I would either have to go back and edit, or I would be selling something disingenuously because it's not actually going to work anymore. So I prefer to share the information I know in real time and earn money from the attention, either from views or reads, and then sell products that act more as tools. In the new year, one of my plans is to start experimenting with Substack. Ultimately, I'd love to have a paid newsletter where I can write more in-depth articles and make content that just provides you with exactly what you need to know without having to adhere to algorithms, be it on Medium, YouTube, or anywhere else. So you can look out for that. Okay, and these next questions come from a community post I made on YouTube. So if you're enjoying the content and you've watched this video thus far, I would love for you to go ahead and subscribe. It helps me out, for one. And also, if you hit the bell icon, you will be notified every time I post a new video. So if writing and or making money writing online is something you're interested in, I believe that would be really helpful for you. And you can respond to community posts like this one and have your questions answered. So how do I properly credit images on Medium and Newsbreak when I use Canva? Can you please film an example? Sure. Here's how you credit images made on Canva, and here's how you credit them if you use copyrighted material as your source material. Okay, and we have a whole bunch of questions from the same person here, so that's very cool. I'm gonna answer them rapid fire style. Do you need a niche on Medium to earn the most money, or is it okay to write about whatever you want? Niches are helpful. They're objectively more profitable. With that said, I don't like to stick to a niche because it feels restrictive, so I write about whatever I want. And if you write from personal experience, you can become the niche. Does Medium pay taxes for you, or do you pay them yourself? You pay them yourself. What niche is most profitable to write on in Medium today? Tough question. I would say on Medium, health and wellness, technology, and business. Is it easy to get paid on Medium? Setting up Stripe? Yeah, it's pretty easy. They outline how to do everything when you sign up and join the partner program. My English is not perfect. I'm not a native speaker. Do you think I can still have success with Medium if the articles provide value? Yes, for sure. Yeah. Yes, you can. Lots of people aren't native English speakers. Obviously that helps just because it's easier to write in a language you are native to, but your English does not have to be perfect. A lot of the most popular articles on Medium aren't written particularly well. Just like you said, they offer value. And if you are concerned about not being a native speaker, like it's maybe something you are conscious about or insecure about, even though that seems like a strong word, I would just be open about that and maybe put in your bio or at the bottom of the articles that you're not that a part of your journey on Medium is to become more proficient at writing English, and people will connect to that and be supportive. What is the best time to publish an article on Medium to gain more views and engagement? I don't think it matters. I wouldn't worry about time at all, especially if you submit to a publication. You'll see they post articles at random times. So I would not worry about the time. What I would do to get more views and engagement is anytime you do post a story, immediately after, go back to your past story and engage with all the comments on that story. That's just a really good practice for building what I call mutual engagement. If you have a handful of people that engage with all of your stories, it helps to give your stories an initial boost, especially when you're first starting out. So does Medium pay VAT for you, or do you have to do that yourself in your own country? I don't know what VAT is. Let me Google it. Oh, tax. No, I don't think so. But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think Medium takes off any tax. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not 100% about this. So if you're watching this and you know the answer, if you could please leave a comment, that'd be really helpful. But when I do my taxes, I always just claim the income as self-employed income. And then I haven't had any issues with tax. I live in Canada, so I'm not based in the US. So I fill out the foreign tax form on Medium. They will send you an email if you haven't set that up, so no big deal. But in terms of how much tax they take off, I actually don't know. Best AI tools to create content for Medium. Second, we post different content, different niches like kitchen and tech. The best AI tools to create on Medium, I wouldn't use AI for Medium because they don't want you to. And also it's very obvious on Medium. I can immediately tell when articles are written with AI, and although there's nothing wrong with AI, like that's a developing technology in our society. It's something that is, you can't really stop it. For me personally, when I read articles, it makes it feel, it creates like a barrier between me and the writer. So I wouldn't use AI on Medium, unless just to outline your first draft or to come up with ideas. That can be a really good use. But with that said, on other platforms, I do use AI, like Newsbreak, just because that's just something I do to explore AI and make money. So I don't really care. I don't want to spend too much time writing those articles. And also for news articles, people don't seem to care about the writing. It's all about the headline. So I use a platform called SEOwriting.ai. It's awesome for blog posts. If you want to start a WordPress blog or a website where you just spam articles with AI, that can be a really handy tool as well. And I have a discount code, which I will put in the description below, so you can use that. And posting content in different niches. Kitchen and tech sounds like you want to use affiliate links, so you totally can. How to find and get approved to Medium publications. Awesome question. I get this a lot, so I actually made a video. It'll come out next week. I'll show you exactly how to do that. Why am I getting 0 impressions on Newsbreak recently, whether I use AI or not? This looks like somebody answered that for me or for us. If you are not a US resident for this reason, or if you are using too much AI for your writing. Lastly, if you are posting, yeah. So those are the main reasons. If you're not getting any impressions, it's probably because, one, you're posting outside of the US, like you're posting content that does not pertain to the US. Newsbreak is only to do with US news. It's on a topic that it can't find readers for. So I would change the headline regardless. If you're not getting any impressions, change the headline for sure. And then finally, if you're getting some views, but not a lot, you could try to change the headline again, but it's probably just not a topic people are interested in. But yeah, if you're getting actually 0, it's probably because it's not pertaining to the US, or it's just on a topic no one's interested in, and I would change the headline to appeal to a broader audience. Okay, and lastly, I have some questions that came in directly via email. Just wanted to ask, would you ever be available for a one-on-one consultation for medium growth? No, that's only because that's not something that I've allotted time for. I much prefer to share information all at once via YouTube. Or, as I said, I'll be exploring Substack, where I can write in-depth articles, respond to you directly, and make content that appeals to the most people and put it out there and people can watch and rewatch. One-on-one consultations take so much time and attention that I'd have to charge a lot for them for it to be worth my time, and I don't want to charge that much for information that is probably on par with the content I make on YouTube or Medium already. And also, I don't want to have to market consultations. It's not that I don't want to talk to you, I find it more efficient to make content that appeals to everybody. If you have questions, ask them in the comments of my videos. I answer all comments. Every week I go back and I respond to every single comment. So if you have a question, I'll answer it. And if it's a question that I think might be good for a video, I'll just make a video on it and give you the answers for free. Next question, it'd be cool if you could talk about a strategy for combining one's existing articles into an ebook. It's something I've been working on. Yeah, that's a great question. That's something I toyed with for a long time. I've actually attempted to write a book twice. Why I never completed the book is every time I started, I just lost interest. I think because, I'm sure I have some sort of learning disability. Like if I had got tested when I was younger, to be honest, I'm pretty sure they would have said I have ADHD and or dyslexia, just how my brain works and how I learn. Part of the reason why I love to write, and it's been such a blessing in my life, is because it's about the only way I can absorb information. I need to be able to move my hands, and I need to do lots of things at the same time. I mentioned this to outline that I don't read that much. I listen to audiobooks as much as I can, but to be honest, the majority of my learning comes from podcasts and from writing. When I write articles, I need to research them, so I learn in that process. So I think that me writing a book just didn't work for me because I don't read books, so it's not something I get excited about. And also, investing that much time into something that could potentially change or become outdated has become increasingly less attractive to me, so it didn't work for me. But with that said, it's a really smart way to take your existing articles and monetize them, or to build an email list if you want to give that book away for free. My rationale whenever I've set out to do this is the average book is 10,000 words. So if you have 10 articles that are 1,000 words each, you essentially have a book. So what I would do, take your 10 top articles within a particular niche, think of a way to either craft those together or make your book 10 ways to do this, or 10 short stories on this, or 10 essays on this. Write an introduction and a conclusion, and then just have each chapter be an article. And you can make the book what's that? I forget the name, but the chicken soup book for the chicken soul, for chicken soup for the soul. You can just have 10 essays. Okay, what advice would you give to someone who wants to make a living out of writing? And also, do you think being a scriptwriter is still a good bet? If yes, do you have any ideas who I should target as potential clients? Great questions. Great question. Not good questions. Yeah, great question. This speaks to me because scriptwriting is something I love movies. So it would be awesome to write scripts. That would be really cool. I also want to write fiction. So this is speaking right to me. Let's break it up bit by bit. What advice would you give to someone who wants to make a living out of writing? My advice would be, start from a place of passion. So just start writing. Just start either journaling or in a Word document. See what you like to write about and gain some initial experience. And then I would start, and then if you want to make money right away, you could there's two avenues, freelancing. So that's something that you get less creative control, but you get a guaranteed paycheck. So that's like the pros and cons. The other way is a creator model. So you write on some place like Medium, Newsbreak, even on YouTube, make your own content, get paid based on the views. So it depends on how much money you need and how much creative control you want to give up. Personally, I dislike freelancing, really don't like it because I want to do my own thing. That's why I've chosen to work for myself and worked so hard to not have a boss. Is like I really need to do things my own way. So I've chosen that route. But one idea, if you want to script write, what could be a really smart way to do that if you're not needing money immediately is either make videos or write scripts either on Medium or your own blog. Or the one idea I've had, I'll just tell you my idea I've had in the past, I have yet to action because right now I'm focusing more on building a foundation of money and of an audience who enjoys my content. You can make a YouTube or TikTok where you use AI to generate images and then write a script for these. It could be short form or long form, but essentially like if you just have an image, I forget what it's called, but where it like pans to the left or right, just have an image and then tell your story. So the basis of the video is the writing. And you could start doing that. And then if you want to write scripts for other people, you could advertise script writing in the description or the comment of those videos. That's like a way to attract clients. And if your channel grows to the point where you're able to make money off of the channel itself, or maybe you offer a paid newsletter via Substack, awesome, you don't need clients, but in the interim, acts as a portfolio. Maybe people hire you, they like your stuff to write scripts for them. And in terms of targeting potential clients, yeah, I think that plan I outlined is a pretty good one. You could also just go on like Upwork or Fiverr. I really don't like that avenue just because it's a pain in the butt to talk to clients and do all that stuff. There's just, a lot of headache there. I don't like doing it, but just start making it and then constantly think of ways to monetize it and they'll fall into place. But hopefully my plan maybe will act as a basis for that plan. Okay, that is the end of the questions and thus the end of this video. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know either what you'd like to see next or if you'd like to see another one of these videos in the future. Maybe it can be a regular thing. I have nothing else to say. I think I said it all. Again, thank you for your questions. I hope you enjoyed this. Happy holidays, Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the next video. Cool.